파틴, 원희상, 드레인, 조중형, 크리에이터, 장현우, 라그날로, 신이범. 아프리카 TV 브레이크업 스튜디오 라이브 2020 GSL 시즌 1 코드 S 쇼다운.
What's up, everybody? We're back. It's time to go to the second best of three. Creator versus RagnaroK. Now, I think Creator is the weakest link in this group, but I don't ever want to count him out fully.
Yeah.
You know, this is a group where coming into this, it was kind of hard to say where exactly each player would line up. Hard group to call who gets out, first and second, but maybe this is Creator's season. Maybe he's going to pull it off. It's tough, though. Yeah. RagnaroK and Dream both looking very good as of recent, and Parting has been in great shape for a while now.
Yeah, it's certainly true. I expect him to get last place in this group, but upsets are possible. Let's not forget, he's on Jin Air, so that's a big plus right there. He has Trap and SOS to help him decide which builds. Right. I have no doubt in my mind that he can nail build orders, right? He has Rogue to help practice against and give him the Zerg point of view, and Rogue is definitely a top 3 Zerg in the world.
This is a very good pointer, Toast. I mean, he has all of the assets.
Yeah, and he hasn't quit playing.
Yeah, and he's still active. He's still grinding, so...
I don't know what the hell happened to him that he was one of the best players in the world, and then for like 6 years at least he was real bad.
Well, he's
and
not
now
bad.
he's like
it's
finally coming back. Yeah, he's not
literally
bad, but like compared
within the top 32, but not within the top 16.
Well,
he's
actually,
exactly
a lot of it. He was like top 50 because he didn't make it into a bunch of code S's.
That's true.
And recently he's been coming back though, and he's had some. Remember the Super Tournament? He played really well in this Super Tournament. Was it last year? It wasn't this year, obviously, but like last year or the year before, he did like a really good Super Tournament. So he's like, he is coming back now to some good form, but RagnaroK is like the new guy.
Yeah, no, RagnaroK's very hot right now.
Yeah, he's real good.
You still haven't seen Zoolander, right?
No, but I need to.
That's RagnaroK. He's so hot right now. All right.
I'm so glad that we have 4 maps: Simulacrum, Everdream, Nightshade, and Eternal Empire.
I really cannot wait to see what Creator's going to try to do. RagnaroK in excellent shape. Creator always looks good, just not able to finish the job. You know, but maybe, again, sometimes some pro gamers, they bloom later than others. Maybe this is his season. Let's find out.
전투 준비 완료. 퍼포먼스로 앞서가다 LG 울트라 기어와 넘버원 에너지 드링크 핫식스가 이번 전투를 지원한다고. 진에어 그린윙즈,
We
크리에이터,
brand him
장현,
like a cow.
Yeah. And you say maybe some players bloom later than others. Well, he already bloomed.
Artosis, who's that nerd over there? Hold on, Tasteless.
치보, 라그나로, 신이범.
That there's RagnaroK.
Oh, this is always fun. Hi, did you want a Nexus there?
Yeah. Well, you can have it. Whoa!
Okay, what do you think about this idea, right?
Well, I mean, let's talk big picture here. I mean, for one,
let me pose you a very specific question about it though, because I actually want.
You're like, Tasteless, what do you think about this? I'm like, well, you're like, hold on, Tasteless.
But you,
yeah. I wasn't actually asking you that question.
I have to tell you.
It was a rhetorical question, Tasteless. I'm like,
everyone knows what to think about this, Tasteless.
Go ahead.
Well, specifically, those things we were talking about with Creator, like, you know, he's got these strong players on his team, but to throw him off in this way, do you think that this is like, in theory, a really good way to play against a weaker player that has strong teammates?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that it tears apart whatever the practice was. It's like, okay, now you're playing by my game. Because this isn't a cheese. Okay, this isn't like an all-in. It's just like, you have now fractioned all the different algorithms that he was going to have to follow in a normal build, right? And we see this actually a lot. We see this even in the early StarCraft 1 days. People figured out a lot of times just take control of the game against a weaker player because they're not going to be able to follow all the steps as comfortably. Whereas a lot of times against someone who's way better than you, it's advised to not do this because they're just like, what are you doing?
I think it comes down to how well you understand the theory of what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like, that gets blocked. It's like, okay, everything has shifted in the game now. All the timings. Do you know how they've shifted? Do you know how to play around those shiftings? One thing I do want to point out is that he pylon blocked the natural of RagnaroK, which I think is great, right? Because when this happens to you, you're going to get units out a little bit quicker, right? Because you're going to get like your cybernetics core before your Nexus. So maybe he can do some like adept harassment or something to punish that further away expansion that goes up.
Get back here. No, I think this is an excellent way to just kind of seize the game here from RagnaroK. It is an interesting thing about Creator's past, though. He's been on the best team with the best players forever, but he's the one guy who just underperforms.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I know that Kira hasn't had an insane amount of success, like, you know, some of the other, like Rogue or something, but Creator is sort of, how do I say this? I mean, he's just
much worse than his teammates.
Yeah, the ugly duckling.
Yeah.
But we're still waiting to see Kenny come out on top. But I wonder what it is that holds Creator back. I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it anxiety? Is it?
It feels like it shouldn't be that because he was successful early on.
Yeah, usually players that. Yeah, but you know, you could end up kind of feeling stress from having success and then feeling the pressure. This happens a lot with top-tier pros. Yeah. Where they start to get a lot of attention and then the expectation is they're supposed to win, and then you get these weird games where you're losing. But I just wonder, you know, what it is or what he thinks it is, because he's very good. I mean, I think a lot of times if you're a person who gets a player who gets round of 32 regularly and doesn't advance, you get the short end of the stick publicly, where people go, "Oh, he's like the worst guy in the tournament." It's like, wait a minute. This is the hardest tournament to qualify for in the world. Yeah. You know, the competition is very fierce. Give the guy some credit. There's plenty of people who try to qualify who never get on the stage. But yeah, it's odd that with a team with such good players, like if he wasn't on Jin Air, I would just say he's a great player. He's not, able to perform. But the fact that he has, like, all the great minds with all the great races there.
And the training facility and the structured practice.
Coaches,
all these things are a big deal. Yeah, it's.
I mean, imagine you just have Mario, Rogue, and SOS on your speed dial. Anytime you're like, hey, you look across the room. Hey, I got a question. Oh, what's up? Mario, what's up, man?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I need a definitive answer on what this means for Terran. Oh yeah, here it is.
What is this that I'm looking at? He warped in. He has adepts and then 1 DT. It's kind of weird. Like, he's made 6 adepts. He hasn't gotten glaives. He made Dark Shrine. 1 DT. Attacked a roach with it.
It looks like it's a variation of the Archon build, but you set it up so that they're not expecting the Archons to come right away.
Honestly.
But it is a little bit weird because the Adepts haven't done much, and I actually don't know if the Archon drop's going to do that much. You know, which is saying a lot because the Archon drops always shave off a little bit of damage, but it's going to be later than normal.
If I could say,
please,
what this feels like is he wanted to do maybe Adept DT opener, and then everything got kind of messed up a little bit with how the openers went. Because right now I'm looking at this, I'm like, you made like a lot of adepts, and I don't know if these Archons are actually going to do anything. So it doesn't feel like a super successful opener.
Yeah, I don't know that this it had to do an insane amount of damage for, like, I don't think he's going to lose from here, but yeah, it's a very, well, let's go back for a second. You know, we were talking about, like, he has all access to all these great players, right, on his team. And we were mentioning SOS, but I wonder if SOS is a player that is really the best to go to for advice on Protoss, because some of the stuff he does seems so advanced that, you know, it's going to be impacting the game years from now.
Yeah, I think.
And it'd be almost more useful to have a more,
well, just look
like
at
a zest there or something. It's more straightforward.
Yeah, look at his quotes. Like, he literally quoted recently, "What? Protoss doesn't need a strategy."
Yeah,
it's like, what?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Not in your beautiful mind, but in everyone else's, yeah, it probably does.
Okay. Overseer's been picked off. The Archons are going to continue to come in here and try to harass whatever they can. And the Spire started now.
You know what? He's staying active with them, so that's good.
Yeah. That's what he has to do.
Yeah. Oh. Look at
12
this.
mutas.
I mean, is he going into Disruptor, do you think, or into Colossus?
It's a good question. I actually can't tell right now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Yeah.
It feels like, against what I'm seeing, you'd want Disruptor. Colossus doesn't feel good here. Colossus is generally there for like a very specific sharp timing attack. And that,
well, I would welcome the Disruptor play.
Yeah, that would be kind of... You don't see it that often against Sir.
No.
You really don't. All right, he's actually about to hit an attack as the mutas are moving across the map. This is good for Creator, I think.
He should be able to just pop off the hatchery. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Insta-cancel. Is he going to push any further forward, though? He can just keep him on 3 bases for as long as he wants. The problem, though, over here is that there's no anti-air, so the probes are just going to start getting massacred.
Oh, taking a lot of damage there. Yeah, that is quite true. Already lost 9 probes. He's trying to force his way up this hill. Oh my god, he just blinks right on top of everything.
Yeah, this seems like a push came to shove here, and I think he wants to try to just come in here and end this game. So all that RagnaroK has to do is hold off this attack, and he'll win the game because there's not going to be any workers on Creator's side of the map. That means that Creator has an insane amount that's coming through here. Look at this. Now the mutas are going to try to take out the pylons, which are powering the reinforcements that will be coming in via the War Prism.
Look at this. 4 Immortals, a bunch of Blink Stalkers as well. This is a very scary army.
Yeah. Drones are going to be pulled again. He just has to hold off this attack. Now the Immortals here in the front. He wants to, if he can, just get them a little bit further back here.
You know what? Creator looking pretty strong right here.
Yep. Well,
I mean, the mutas are doing so much, though.
Yeah, well, here's the thing is that, like, he's actually going to try to just keep his main. And I think if Stalkers keep coming out, can't you just eventually go back home and defend and just remake everything, right?
Mutas aren't going to be able to kill everything.
No.
There's no way. Like,
I mean,
the army, shield battery.
The army for Creator is better than the group of Mutalisks here for RagnaroK. And I think, if I'm seeing this correctly,
well, he's going to get him down to 1 base, right?
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Where's that Prism at? The Prism is actually not with the army. I'd love to see just or minimal juggling right now with the Immortals.
There it is. Is here I am, Artosis. Watch this.
Like, here's some minimal juggling.
Yeah.
That is certainly minimal.
That was actually some great juggling there. Does he have enough? I mean, whenever you have War Prisms and Immortal, the answer is always maybe.
Maybe or absolutely, definitely.
Yeah.
It's never
right now, I'd say absolutely, but if it was just 1 War Prism and 1 Immortal, I'm like,
dude, he needs to kill that hatch. He cannot let that hatch live. That hatch is not allowed to live. Kill it.
Yeah.
Juggle. There's no reason to. What else are you doing right now? Please keep your Immortals alive.
I actually think that we might see. If he gets the Stalkers count down, then the mutas just win the fight, right? So, like, does he actually then take this game?
This is a
It's
crazy
5 probes
game.
and 21 drones. Well, this is a really hard one to call. I think actually, yeah, I think RagnaroK wins.
Oh my god.
Because, yeah, oh my god, what a game. Great play there. And look at RagnaroK's smile.
And look at Creator. Head in his hand. That is a frustrating one. That was, like, he should have won that game. He, like...
I thought he was going to win that game.
Here's the problem that I really saw there. He both didn't micro that well on the attack, and didn't defend well at home.
Correct.
It's like he split his time exactly wrong.
Yeah,
exactly
I think
wrong.
You're right.
Like, if he had just, I don't know, made 2 cannons at his 3rd base, or put all of his effort into microing his army.
Yeah,
either one of those, I think he
back.
wins.
I think you might be right about that. It's a funny concept, but yeah, like, you really just have to control perfectly, and you will crush them. Because I thought, yeah, if he has, oh my god, look at Creator.
Dude,
he's so tilted.
He should have won that game. He should have won that game.
Here's the thing, too, like, that's psychologically pretty disorienting to lose a game like that when you were, going to win game 1. Look at it, man. He's so upset.
Yeah.
Definitely tilted
I know
here.
those feels. It's like, all those things we talk about, They hit him harder than us. We only think about Creator when he's playing. He thinks about Creator every day.
He can't not think about Creator.
Yeah.
Because he can't get outside of himself.
It's that's a rough one.
By the way,
and you can see he's
about
just like
to
storming off to the bathroom, maybe splashing water on his face.
Well, we were actually about to go into game 2. We allow each of the players to have one break. We ask that, don't be too liberal about how often you use your breaks. But that was a moment where he just got up, walked away, and probably needs to take a few minutes to think, okay, what happened? It's a weird thing when you're really beating somebody and you think, okay, I've got it, it's happening, and all you have to do is just make the next few sequential steps to close it out. And RagnaroK, who's such a pro, just keeps focused, makes the right call. And we didn't really see it until the very end there, where there's just enough Mutalisks that the Stalkers can't be used. The Immortals would have closed the game out had there not been enough mutas. But he has enough mutas where it's like, well, now you just can't even use the War Prism Immortal.
Yeah. Again,
there was 5 probes back home.
Well, he didn't defend and he didn't micro that well at the attack, so it's just, you put all that together. That was a game that probably in practice he would never lose.
Right.
Against anyone, really. I mean, that's... Yeah, I really feel like he should have been able to win that one. I mean, good on RagnaroK for staying calm and pulling it out, but I understand why he's upset and why he's kind of taking a break, and he should be taking a break, because if you just queue into this next game immediately, probably not going to go that well, I'm
worried, though, for Creator in the rest of our games now.
Yeah.
If he's going to get out of this group, it's a lot more games that have to go a lot better for him. The problem is, and Creator is sort of our cursed player, right? I mean, it seems like the deck should be stacked for him, but it doesn't work out over and over and over. And even in that last game, I mean, Creator was basically winning. I mean, there was moves that RagnaroK did that were really smart, but usually if your army is just strong enough, you kind of battering ram your way through there and close it out. Or after you've killed off all the bases, you just go back and remake probes. But he didn't quite have that right balance of units. Sucks. It really does suck. Okay, we're actually going to go right into this game. Whoa. Game 2. Let's go.
진에어 그린 윙즈 크리에이터 장윤 라그나로크 신이버
So here we go, Tastes. See if Creator can pull it together, give us a good game.
If I had to predict this, I'd say I think Creator's going to start to fall apart here.
Damn. You're harsh, Tasteless.
I'm also honest.
The friendly caster.
No. Well, look, I mean, Creator, I think, has always had a hard time, with maintaining equanimity in a long series of ups and downs. There really are peaks and valleys you experience in a lot of these groups. You can have, if you're in a Codas group, you are completely allowed to have a disaster dumpster fire of a game. It's why we give you best of 3s.
Yeah.
And then in later parts, best of 5s. This whole idea is that we don't ever want to have just one game decide everything, right? Because everybody's lost somebody who was much worse than them. Depending on the decisions, you think, okay, I shouldn't have done that, or that was too risky, or I forgot about this one thing. But if you give me another shot, if you make it a best of 3, and in this case we put them in groups so they're moving around, so it's not just like you get stuck with, you have to face Mario at the start, and we never get to find out where you would have been because it's a straight up bracket. But the problem for Creator is he doesn't seem to bounce back from that. I mean, we've had players like SOS, for instance, although he's not in this tournament anymore, we've had games where things completely backfire or look really dumb, right? And whatever he was trying was so crazy it didn't work out. But then he'll just come back and do something even crazier the next game, and it works. There's an ability for pros to stay unfazed in these high-pressure situations, in moments where a loss can be humiliating.
Well, I think he definitely is feeling that here.
Yeah, but I worry that maybe Creator can't pull it back together. I hope he can.
Yeah. Here's to hoping. I want him to do well, show what he's got. Oh my God, he's getting Blink first.
Cool.
This is some fresh stuff we're looking at right here. This should be a 2-base all-in.
I like it.
Yeah, there's just nothing else it would really be. Okay, I think that having a nice, strong, decisive game 2, maybe this is the way back to the path.
The way back to the path, you say?
Yes. Is that too deep for you, Tasteless?
It was too deep, man. Yeah. Maybe this is the way back to the path. Yeah.
Could be.
A path to victory, a path to loss.
Path to sadness and sorrow.
A path to growth.
Maybe.
Yeah.
A path to the round of 16.
A path to love.
Could be. Who knows? Maybe.
Man.
Maybe there's someone special out there that loves Blink all-ins that's watching this right now, and she's gonna fall in love.
Yeah. There's a Roach Warren coming down here as well. The 5 gates are coming, so after the gateway explosion finishes, the gateway bloom, as I like to call it.
Bloom.
Yeah.
It's like algae. Oh man, we gotta pour bleach on this base.
If you're a Zerg player, absolutely.
Well, this is gonna be fun. The Roach Warren's finishing up, and he made the 1 gas of the natural to kind of where the Overlord could see it. This is exciting, because especially if you see this coming out, even if he sees the Prism, right, you don't automatically think that has 4 Blink Stalkers in it.
Yeah.
Right? That's the last thing you think. It's more likely literally to be anything.
And let's also remember what game 1 was. It was 3 adepts and a DT. There's a whole art for him too, you know, having a sequence of builds in a series that so you can throw them off.
Yeah, he knows now.
Yeah. He's like, are you really Stalker all in me, or is there going to be adepts next with Glaives?
Yeah.
Okay, he's coming in now. Oh, the Ravager's just now finishing in time. First Roach goes down. Nice blink away. Now, the art to making this work is to just not lose Stalkers. You have to keep blinking them away, and eventually the damage begins to stack. It begins to snowball, but you have to be careful because a few missed clicks, and Stalkers are actually very brittle units. The Lings come in here. Remember, the Stalker Blink cooldown time is actually pretty long.
Oh, I don't feel like he's microing all that well right now. Okay.
Yeah, he chased him pretty far back there.
Yeah, and he like lost a Stalker in there. He popped some into the Prism, which is like the extra Blink. But you know, if you watch like the best Protosses in the world, those ones will be popping right out to shoot again, right? And he'll just sit there and kill with it. But this is a lot of Stalkers. Let's see what he gets done.
Oh, good snipe there on that 1 Ravager. I actually think he's over blinking here.
Oh, look at that. He actually just saved his Prism. That was huge.
Yeah,
that was a great moment.
You know, the problem is that he's blinking in chunks.
Yes.
Do you see that? He's chunk blinking.
Yeah. You want smooth blinking.
Yeah.
Not chunky.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're definitely right about that. A bunch of spines coming up. He catches all of the Ravagers that were trying to snipe his Prism, and that is so big. I cannot even overstress. Now he's adding in a few Zealots to tank some of these Zergling hits. I think that's a great idea.
Now the Zealots are going to allow the Stalkers a lot more time to just hold their ground. Okay, but the Lings are going to go around, and that's actually going to be problematic here. But he chunk blinks away again.
He's starting to do some much better blinking right there.
I think he's going to win this.
I
think that's enough Stalkers. But hold on. He needs to get these spine crawlers up here. If the reinforcements can get here in time, no, he's going to be pushed back. He should lose his spines now as well.
Yeah, he just has way too many Stalkers at this point. Not the best execution we ever saw, but good enough. Had some moments of very good micro in there as well. You can see he's very relieved with that victory. RagnaroK doesn't seem to mind that much.
No.
Maybe a little bit surprised. The right side of his mouth up a little. Oh, he had a little half head shake.
Yeah.
Little half head shake.
Like,
I know that very well. I've lived here a long time.
Yeah. Now, you know, with Creator, at least from what I see, and I try not to psychoanalyze too much, but it really does. his groups are always a huge emotional roller coaster for him. You know?
Well,
What do you think
mostly it's downhill, though, the whole way, which is the fun part of the roller coaster, but not for creative.
Yeah. It's ups and downs and ups and downs, and then eventually he discovers that roller coaster was never finished being built.
All right, Nightshade, our final map between these two. Who do you think takes it, Tasteless?
RagnaroK. Next
Oh,
question.
Tasteless.
How could you say this? Tasteless. I got a story, but we got to start this game thinking about roller coasters.
Okay.
Nightshade is where we're going to have our final match, at least for now, with these two. Again, the winner party is waiting for the victor of this group. Will it be Creator? Will it be RagnaroK? Let's find out.
진에어 그래닝즈 크리에이터 장현우.
He's hacking the mainframe.
Oh my God.
That was a hacking the mainframe face right there.
Yeah.
신이범.
But we'd need like really bright green light
Yeah.
on his face and like words scrolling on his glasses.
That's right.
All right,
So,
tell us your story, Tasteless.
I just thought of this, but it's when you were. Let me ask you first. When you were a kid, did you enjoy going to amusement parks and riding on roller coasters?
So there was like a period where I would ride on anything and then get off and puke.
Oh, really? You would throw up?
It was so, like, I'd get on the ride and have so much fun that I'd walk over the trash can and puke and then continue eating my fried dough bread and walk to the next ride.
Continue eating your funnel cake.
Yeah, exactly. and then for a while I was like a little bit of a weenie and I was afraid of roller coasters.
Oh, you got scared of it again?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened in the middle of my childhood, but then like my dad made me go on a roller coaster. I was like, Dad, this one's too big. We're at Six Flags.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. Well, just stand in line with us while we're waiting, and then when we get to the front, you don't have to go on. I was like, okay. And then we get to the front, I'm like, okay, Dad, I'm not going to go on now. He's like, yes, you are.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, I loved roller coasters ever since.
Yeah, once you do it one time, it's fun.
Yeah.
But I remember I was super scared to go on roller coasters. We go to this place called Worlds of Fun.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was Worlds of Fun. But I would ride on the roller coasters, and we'd bring all my friends. We'd go there for my birthday. This is when we were like in elementary school, like 3rd grade, you know what I mean, 4th grade.
Yeah.
Barely tall enough to ride on the roller coaster. And I remember I had this friend that would come, and he was scared to go on, but it was always kind of this embarrassing thing because there were 8 other young boys.
Yeah.
And there's like the one guy that doesn't want to ride. And so this kid, who's my friend, still to this day, but he said, I know I'm scared to go on roller coasters because my uncle died on one. And we were like, what do you mean? And he's like, oh, well, it wasn't finished being built. And it's like, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, oh, he's lying. But it's like he's trying to. But we were like, no, that didn't happen.
Damn.
And then this kid kept lying for like 2 years about having an uncle that died. And like we just kept asking, like, no, that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? Like they started the roller coaster and it wasn't finished? Like nobody knew it. Why was the park open? Why? What are you talking about?
Wow.
Yeah. I just thought of that when I.
Yeah. I feel bad for him. That's rough.
Yeah. We made him go on the roller coaster eventually.
Did he like it?
Yeah, he liked it, of course.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
No kid
Peer
gets
pressure.
off the roller
Peer
coaster.
pressure
like,
won
"Never
again." Peer pressure is the greatest.
It's the best, man. By the way, we've got Adept Glaives coming, but there's 18 Zerglings, Tosis.
Yeah, it's quite a few circles. Stay No one's ever going to understand why we make me sound like a goat when I say tasteless.
We spent a lot of time just imitating each other and impersonating each other when we're not on air, guys. Now, 5 drones. He's not committing to this after this, and he's going to try to come up here and hit hard. Now, he's going to have enough pylons that he can basically sandbag this.
Yeah, his re-wall is really, really ugly. His initial pylon is placed kind of early there. But
Battery
look at
almost
that.
finishes.
That's very
No,
nice.
you're trapped in here with me.
Well, that's certainly true this time. Glaives are on the way. Look at how many links he's killed off. Tasteless. This is for you, Tasteless, not believing in Creator.
Well, I think I'm not believing in RagnaroK right now. I don't know about that attack.
Yeah. Well, you were saying RagnaroK was going to take this. But now look. You're the laughing stock, Tasteless.
I guess that is the proverbial egg on my face, Artosis.
That's for sure.
Wow. Now, he's just going to take a third here. I like this.
He's going to do everything, man. He's got a bunch of lings.
No drones mining there. Thank you, JYP. But there's a few lings here.
Yeah, look at that. There's drones over there. Oh,
back over here. Yep.
Make anything sound stupid.
Ooh, Dark Shrine. That's cool. Will he just go for Archon Harass here?
Well, I think you're going to try to get the DTs to work, and then, of course, go into the Archons afterwards. And look at how many Lings and Roaches are being made. The Dark Shrine is actually going to be fantastic against this.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be pretty hard to punch back as RagnaroK in this position. Again, though, what I'm less interested now is like this position. I want to see how Creator can carry it out.
Well, I think what might happen here, because RagnaroK is only making units, man. He's on 42 drones, and he's just going to attack. The Dark Shrine's going to finish up, and that's going to be good for anything, whether it's defending or attacking.
Now, what's actually there to protect the third, though?
Because the third should fall. Third should fall. Okay, if he cancels the third right now, he canceled it. Beautiful move. Wow, clutch. This is really good. Like, Creator's going to get him, Tasteless. What is that?
He's going to get him, Tasteless.
He's going to get him, Tasteless.
He's going to get got.
Yeah.
Now, you know, it'd be so sick if he just got rid of this Cybernetics core.
Well, he'll probably get it.
See you in hell, Cybernetics core.
Yeah. Here comes the DT, though. This is going to make it a lot harder. I wish that he had just sent the Prism across the map, but maybe he feels like he needs it for defense.
Oh! So 1DT is going to stall this out, but Creator on 2 bases, RagnaroK on 3 now. The Cybernetics core is being remade, which is it's kind of a weird interruption because, you know, Cybernetics core allows you to make everything else in the rest of the game, basically. Yeah. So you have to, when you lose that, it has to be remade.
Okay, well, the DT chases everything back. There are spores up now, though. He immediately rushed into 3 spores as well as the lair when he saw that. Some mortal harassment time. Wow, he just can't kill anything.
Yeah. He's like completely surrounded, and somehow he's fanning out units in every direction. So he sees the time that the third base is going to be taken down here. The harass has not really done that much, to be honest with you. I mean, it's keeping Zerg busy over here, but I think Zerg can basically fend this off and then set up another attack and hit that third base again, right?
Well, I think he's actually going to sit completely defensively now, because he kind of already did all of his aggression, and none of it's actually worked that much other than canceling a third base. So I think if you just sit back with your big army, like he droned up to a really reasonable amount, 64, and if he can just defend the next attack that comes, like if he kills off the army, then this becomes a winnable position.
He's going to try to come forward again.
That's a lot of rage.
Yeah, that's a lot. By the way, Creator's done a really good job throughout the series of keeping the Warp Prism alive. Very important.
Yeah, he has
the easiest way to completely have the game backfire and blow up in your face is to lose that Warp Prism.
Yeah. Don't want to do that.
Now, is this actually enough to just kill that? No. You like how I did that play-by-play?
Is this enough to
kill that? I was like, is it enough? No. And then as he moves away, I'm like, nah, it's not, you know?
Reminds me of the
I'm playing RagnaroK subconscious here.
Oh, no.
And I hear his creators, he's like, did I leave the iron on? And then the Warp Prism goes down?
Oh, God.
Okay, so...
well, he just lost 2 Immortals and his Prism for free.
Yeah.
Just to some Biles. That's painful. You know what's really good is 2 Immortals and a Prism. Imagine if you had 5 Immortals here in a Prism.
I mean...
Same working down.
Yeah, I think we're getting close to a killing blow here. I think RagnaroK, everything falling into place here.
You think he's going to kill him?
I think he might. I think he might, man. This looks pretty good.
This is a pretty good Protoss army, Tasteless, too. I don't know why you hate Protoss armies, Tasteless, but this is a good one.
Here we go. He's coming in. A lot of the Banes get through. They are going to connect on top of some of these Stalkers. Okay. Right now, RagnaroK basically like took 2 slices of bread and put them in between Creator's head and then bit his head off.
Oh my god.
Made a Creator face sandwich.
Creator. I just saw the look on his face. He knows that this is going to
So
be over
salty.
now.
Oh man.
This was
I wish we had Creator on camera. You would see how he actually.
He is pretty
hit the
sad
desk.
right now.
Damn.
He is slouched back about as far as you can get. If there was no back to his chair, he'd be on the floor right now.
Yeah. Well, he's not. He's probably not going to win this game, but he's not out of the tournament yet either, man.
That's an understatement. He's probably not going to win this game.
Artosis and I have been watching him. Like the human.
Oh,
Creator.
he just punched his desk.
Yeah, dude. That's actually the second time
He punched his desk so hard I heard it through my headset.
Yeah. I respect it though. He's mad.
Yeah. Oh, well,
He's mad, and the games have not gone his way, and so I think at this point in time he's basically playing.
It's
letting
rough,
the game
man.
Yeah.
This was another game where he could have won this game.
The thing with Creator is he always gets close, right? It's not like he just gets.
He's getting himself into good positions and screws it up. Man, he is as unhappy as you can really get.
There's a third desk hit. Look at RagnaroK's like, I love my life.
Well, that is truly a heartbreak for the Creator, man, because honestly, in this series, if you give like his keyboard and mouse to another Protoss Pro in games 1 and 3,
right,
after he gets himself into these really great positions, most pros win from there. You can see he's really devastated because that is like now he has to go play Dream and then he has to play either RagnaroK or Parting if he wins that.
Well,
and
I think
that's like
especially for Creator, like getting out first is essential to. I'm sorry.
It's
getting to the
group.
winners match. Sorry, is essential to really advancing. Like it's hard to imagine him losing here because RagnaroK is a player he could beat. Right. I mean, he did take one game off of him, but it's not over yet. It is not over yet. It's hard to imagine him surviving this and getting to even the 5th best of 3.
Well, when you're getting yourself into winning positions and then dropping it twice.
Right.
That's.
But this is thematic with his games. Like he gets far along enough and just can't close it out. Anyways, we have a quick break, and when we come back, our 3rd best of 3. Do not go away.